This is what remains of a cultural center in Rylsk, in Russia's Kursk region, about 16 miles from the Ukrainian border. The town's mayor, Sergei Kirsanov, said it had over 500 seats and that concerts, performances, and plays were held there. He said a Ukrainian missile attack destroyed the building on December 20th. Russia said the missiles were US-made HIMARS and that 6 people were killed and a dozen were injured in the attack. Ukraine launched an incursion into Kursk last August, more than 2 years into Moscow's invasion of its neighbor. Ukraine's move shocked the region, which hasn't seen conflict since World War II. Now, after Moscow launched a lightning offensive to retake Kursk this month, Russia is close to expelling the last Ukrainian troops. The damage that has been unleashed on towns and cities in Kursk has brought home the horrors of war long suffered by Ukrainians. Reuters is among the first international news outlets to gain access to the Kursk region since Russia began its offensive. Russian officials did not check reporting material, but the Reuters team was informed in advance it could not report about the Russian military in the region or gather visuals of Russian forces. With air raid sirens becoming part of the daily soundtrack of life, many Kursk residents, just like Ukrainians, crave a return to normality. Kurnosov said the thousands evacuated from his town are starting to come back.
People live with a sense of fear, with a sense of anxiety. Of course, many have already gotten used to this feeling, unfortunately. And so in principle, at first people left. Now they have returned and are slowly starting to get their lives back on track. It is spring now. Fieldwork in vegetable gardens will begin soon, so people are returning.
Ukraine initially seized some 540 square miles of territory in Kursk, according to Russian generals. But within weeks, the area under Ukraine's control shrank as Russia piled in forces. A battlefield map from an authoritative Ukrainian site showed Ukraine controlled less than 32 square miles as of March 23rd. Even with U.S. President Donald Trump vowing to end the 3-year war in Ukraine, many in the Kursk region remain skeptical of any long-lasting peace, like Yekaterina.
You know, I want to hope for this ceasefire, but I think that in the near future, there will be no peace in our region. Because, simply speaking, I think that they will continue to throw stones and everything at us for a long time, even if they do not have the means to do so or any help, but there will still be some kind of hostility towards our people, towards our land, for a very long time. Therefore, I think it is still too early to talk about peace.